Okay, bonjour.
Bonjour.
So your name is Jeenu, right?
Yeah, my name is Jeenu.
Thank you. So could you
Yeah,
please
I have.
introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Jeenu. I have done this exam, like 20 exam. I got B1 level in all modules, but I need B2.
Okay.
Yeah. So like currently, like facing a lot of difficulty because I got a pattern for writing. Like they said, you will get. So I got a pattern for that, but not that much like I got, which I expected. Listening was very difficult and reading also. So I want that I should work on that part, but I need help, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are definitely here to help you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with very basic questions. Let's get to know each other since it's a demo class, and I think
Yeah.
a teacher and a student should be well acquainted
Yeah.
so that we can, exactly
Okay.
point out the parts where you
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
your then help.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll ask you some questions in French. You're comfortable with that?
I am comfortable, but I got a gap. Like there is a gap, so maybe I forgot something. So I will try. Okay.
Pas de problem. No issues at all. Okay, so just it's for me to gauge your understanding, how much you can,
Yeah. Okay.
understand. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Can you present yourself in French? 5 lines.
Okay. Okay. Je m'appelle Jeenu. J'ai vu. Euh, non, j'habite à Louvain, en Inde. Euh, j'habite avec ma famille. Il y a 5 membres dans ma famille. Mes parents, mon père, mes parents, mon père et moi. J'ai, oh my God, so difficult now. After a lot of gap.
D'accord. J'ai une question. Euh, vous
Okay.
vivez dans une grande maison?
Je suis désolée.
Vous vivrez dans une grande maison ou en petite maison?
Oh, non, c'est grande maison avec 5 and the cuisine. No, kitchen is cuisine.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, the cuisine. Il y a beaucoup de... Non, il y a une salle de... il y a 3 salles de bain.
D'accord.
Et il y a beaucoup d'espace pour parking aussi. Il y a un garage.
Oui.
Un gar la garage.
Ok. Est-ce qu'il y a quelques personnes qui vous aiment, célébrités?
Euh, oui, définitivement. Je, hmm, j'aime Shahrukh Khan.
D'accord.
Il est très beau.
Ok. Votre chanteur
Euh,
favori?
sorry,
Chanteur ou
pardon?
chanteuse? Votre chanteur ou chanteuse
Okay.
favori?
Uh, we Arjit Singh. J'aime uh, beaucoup de songs. Oh my God. Seriously? Yeah. Oh my God. Like I'm not in a routine to talk now, so I like okay.
Pas de problème. We are just, doing a warm
Yeah,
up
yeah.
before the
Yeah.
exercise. So this is just a warm up so that you can,
I
remember. You
know
can.
it's a warm up, but I am like, oh my confused. Why should I
No
forget this?
issues.
I'm not
Pas de
confident that.
No issues. No issues at all. Okay. Ok. Et vous aimez votre plat favori?
Uh, no specific no, no specific no. So what?
Anything is a word. See,
No, no, no,
there's
no,
a huge
no.
there's a huge difference between Canadian French and Parisian French. Okay. So
Okay.
Canadian French, they almost use all the English words and make it French.
Oh,
That's the beauty of it.
okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
where Parisians won't
No, I'm
tolerate that.
searching for the like vocab which I can use, but I don't remember like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we often do that when we are struggling to find a word. We just put the English word and make it sound French.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
a very French thing to do. It's okay.
Okay.
It's completely all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool. Cool. Okay.
uh,
And
j'ai
okay. So
mangé beaucoup de... Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Continue.
Euh, j'aime manger beaucoup de plats. Il n'y a pas, il n'y a pas specific. Wait again. Oh my God. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, carry on.
Le,
I don't know.
le nom de plat. Le
Okay.
nom de la plat.
Hmm, can be the Rajma. No, the pizza
Pizza.
can be the.
Taco.
Yeah.
Works.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
See, I am very much, I can tell you at first, like I'm very much introvert. I got like hesitations while speaking every time. It's not like this time. Every time, like I got confused or I got nervous. That's my weakness, like on this point.
there's
So
a
I
technical
want to
term.
work on that.
There's a technical term we use for it. You know what it is?
Okay. No?
So this will be a good thing for you to know. It's called communication apprehension.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's
Every
one
time,
of the
like,
areas of my research.
okay.
So okay. So I have got your introduction. Can you tell me a bit more about yourself?
Oh my
Okay. And you're
God.
currently staying in Canada.
Sorry, sorry. Repeat this, please.
You said you're currently living in Canada,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. For some time. Coming back to India. Yeah.
Okay. So you were there for a vacation.
No, no, for visit, like because of some family health issues. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do generally in life?
Like
Like what you
I
study,
teach,
working.
I do teaching. Yeah,
Okay. You
like
teach. You're a
IELTS,
teacher.
IELTS, yeah, yeah, IELTS, like a French. Not that much French because I do practice. Like you can say practice with my friends. It's not a teaching, I can say. But
Okay.
IELTS, I do English, I do.
Okay. IELTS. Okay.
Yeah.
That's language test. Good.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you run your own firm.
Yes.
That's very good. 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 Okay. So let me tell you a bit about myself so that you might
Okay.
be interested in knowing who the hell is this guy teaching me French. Huh? So, okay, so my name is Avik Sarkar, right? I am from
Okay.
West Bengal
Okay.
and I'm currently located at Ranchi, Jharkhand,
Okay.
right
Okay.
now. Okay, I have done my graduation and master's from Banaras Hind University, if you have heard about it in India, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I have then worked for Amazon India for 3 years as a
Okay.
French translator.
Okay.
And then I have made my shift to education because even I love to teach and I'm a teacher professionally and
Okay.
also here as well. Okay, so I have taught in schools like brands like GD Goenka, and currently I'm with Amit University, Jharkhand as assistant professor
Oh,
of French.
French. Okay. According to you, how much time it will take for me, like, to get V2 level? High, not a low one. V2 high.
Okay, so only for a specific like part writing
Hmm.
or all the parts, writing,
All
speaking,
parts. Like I no no every module.
every part. So see, the thing about language learning is we say one thing that practice is the key, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the more you practice, the lesser time you need. But
Okay.
then again, language cannot be picked up or learned in a day. If you
Yeah.
want to grab it completely, you will
Yeah.
need to invest some time to it, right?
Mm.
Because we can pick one or two words, like we
Okay.
can learn to say bonjour, merci, bonne nuit, all these words. These are two, three words,
Mm.
very easy to acquire,
Yeah, yeah, very. Yeah.
and we can do it for any language for that matter of fact, right?
Okay.
Like we can do it for Japanese, we can do it for Spanish, we can do it for any, like Punjabi. Let's take it,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So we
Yeah.
can know one two terms and we can play with it. But to know the
Mm-hmm.
language, to understand the grammar, and you're talking about
Mm.
B2 level. That is, we are moving
Mm.
into complex grammar now, right?
Yeah.
So in B2, you'll be able to describe things, right?
Yes.
You'll be able to use the conditional modes that are there in
Yeah.
French. You'll be able to
Subjunctive.
use
Yeah.
subjunctive
Yeah.
and all that, right?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with all this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Subjunctive, passé
Yes.
composé, imparfait,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So, okay. So, like we were describing each other, like we are
Yeah.
giving our description to each other. So, in French, for describing, which tense do we use?
Present.
For any description in French,
What?
for example, you come back to India and you tell your students that I was in
Oh,
Canada.
that one is like, oh my God, passé. Oh, no, no. Plus passé. The action happened before the another plus passé. Maybe I'm not wrong. Oh,
It's okay to be wrong.
I'm
See,
wrong.
that's the thing.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's okay to be. It's okay
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make mistakes, right?
Yes.
It's completely fine, right? So you are a teacher. You might know. I see. There's nothing
Yeah, yeah, of course.
here to tell you, right? Okay.
No, the thing is, see,
So
to be honest,
yeah,
I got a very bad experience while like I was learning French from my tutor because in the beginning he was very supportive and I got writing classes from another teacher like that she hired. Okay, so she helped me a lot. And after some time before my exam, 2 months, she said there will be no writing class. Okay, so everything I was doing on my own, literally on my own. Like the teacher was not that much supportive at all, not even speaking, not even reading like that. So she was just saying me, you can take my future or like you can take this, but she's not doing anything for me. So at that time I got lack like everybody, like another teacher was saying you get easily B2 in writing like that. But due to this, like because of she's not doing anything, she's not checking my writing, essays and this. So I was very demotivated at that time. So I don't want this time like that because I don't have that much time like due to age or you can say due to like future goals like I don't have, so I want that like my teacher should be that much supportive, like she he or she whatever, like if you are like
going forward,
where.
if you like the class, going forward, it will be me that you'll be studying with for the next. I think you'll be booking for 3 months, right?
Yeah.
You can discuss that with Jan, right? I'll leave the technicality to him. See, I
Mhm.
am focused on teaching, so I'll be completely there. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not. He's taking care of the administration. I'm taking care of the teaching part. So
Okay.
all I'm doing is focusing on teaching. So I have nothing else to worry about. Jan can
Yeah,
take
but
care of all that. Yeah,
like matlab you are also a teacher, you know that like when we are like student we spend so much money,
yeah,
so it hurts. So I don't want that thing like
absolutely.
wastage of
If
money.
you wherever you don't find value for money, it obviously it feels that why have I invested so much in this
Yes.
particular thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it happens to me as well. I have like courses that I'm doing. I have invested money, but when the teaching is not appropriate, I feel okay, very demotivated, and
Yeah.
absolutely I don't want to continue the course. Or but since I have invested money, I just put myself through it. I can understand. Jeenu.
Yeah. So this is the main issue. Otherwise, like I also do a lot of like research. Like while I'm very much into like I listen RFI. I do this thing like watch TV 5 months like that. I do reading, but I want the teacher also be sit there. So that's the
Sure. See, what you need to understand while learning language,
okay.
what is the role of a teacher that should be clear to you, right?
Yeah.
A teacher is there to guide you, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm putting emphasis on the word guide, okay,
Mm.
a teacher is there to guide you. I can tell you where to go. I cannot make you walk the path. You understand that, right?
Mm. Yeah.
I can tell you have to travel from point A to point B, but I cannot
Mm.
take you from point A to point B. That's your job.
Yeah, yeah,
So a
yeah.
teacher can, and I can tell you after you have reached point B that where
Okay.
you were right and where you were wrong, right? So that you
Yeah,
can
you
improve
have.
in your next
Yeah,
journey, right?
yes.
So all that you'll be absolutely getting from me. Okay, can make, I can assure you of that. And other than that, let's learn a bit of French today. And you
Yeah.
see, and you gauge, like you're the judge today. And from the next class, the next day, if we meet, I'll be the judge. So yes, so we were there somewhere, right? Yeah, I was asking you some questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Quel âge avez-vous?
J'ai 3, 5 ans.
3, 5. Okay.
35.
Do you sorry?
Nothing. No, no, sorry.
Okay. So it will be 35, right? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get to the
Oh my
basics
God.
first. Okay.
Oh,
Let's get through the
oh my
basics
God.
first because it is revision is necessary. It is necessary. Don't worry. Okay. It's very, very necessary. See, that's the thing with language. Okay. It's not like cycling or swimming that once you learn, you know it forever.
Yeah.
And that too not your mother tongue. I think French would be your
Yeah.
fourth language, right?
A
How many
lot of
languages do you
gap
speak?
is the problem. Me, Japan, Hindi, Punjabi, long. Aussi, upper, français.
Not both the français. Okay. Okay, cool. So I think
Is the connection problem?
Hindi, Punjabi, français.
Wait, there's a little bit connection problem. Poor connection.
Okay. So what is 20 in French?
What is?
What is 20 in French?
Bon, ben, ben. I think there's a connection problem like that.
Oh, okay.
Ben.
Is it from my end?
No, like, mm, mm.
Is
The
your
answer
audible?
is no. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Okay. So your French pronunciation is up to the mark. Okay. I hope if you opt for the speaking classes, we can improve upon it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So French is all about using the nasals and the epiglottal sounds mostly.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are three basic things to master the French accent. Okay.
Okay.
The first is stress on end syllables. So stress on end syllables. For example, if I'm saying Paris in French, how will I say that?
Hmm. Pahi. Pahi.
Uh, okay. So you might notice that when French people are saying Paris, okay.
Hmm.
For example, if I want to say I love Paris, okay,
Hmm.
how will I say it? Can you?
Love.
I love
I
Paris.
love. Oh my God. I forgot the word love. J'aime la Pahi.
J'aime le Paris. Okay. So j'aime le Paris.
Hmm.
J'aime Paris. Okay. J'aime
Okay.
Paris. So you see, they put a stress on the last sound of the word, each word. J'aime Paris.
Hmm. Pahi.
So there is that. Second thing, they are very, very, conscious about their nasal tones. For example, what is bread in French?
Oh, oh my God.
It's
Very bad
similar.
of me.
It's similar to dard.
Oh my God. How can I forget?
Yeah.
Baguette? No.
No, no. C'est un type de pain, mais bread is pain en français, right?
Oh, yeah, pa. Pa is not pa.
Pain.
Pan. Okay.
Pain. Pain. So,
Yeah.
P, A, I is
Hmm.
E, and N. N. Right? Okay, so pain. So this all the vowels of the French,
Hmm.
A, E, I, O, U. When
Yeah.
we add N with them, wherever you find, for example, if you find N with A, if you find N with I, if you find N with E, if you find N with U,
Ma,
okay,
like hand.
yes. So, maman, okay,
Hmm.
un, deux, like one, right? So, wherever you find the N with any vowel sound in French, it will become
Hmm.
a nasal sound, right?
Okay.
So, that's the second tip for mastering the French accent. Third one
Hmm.
is the epiglottal R, which we pronounce
Okay.
from here, right?
Okay.
You're familiar with it? The epiglottal R?
The which one?
The epiglottal R, Paris, sound.
He. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
But I
can work
never
on,
work on that because my teacher said it's nothing like we are Indians. We never like they never change their pronunciation like foreigners or whatever. So we also so I never work on that part. But yeah, the pahi only. That.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
My teacher said yeah.
no comments.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Like I know I'm telling you. Like if you like I want to say that I'm
Feel
telling you.
about
Like
languages. If you feel
every teacher use different methods.
there's no point to it. The beauty of an
Yes.
accent. Yeah, yeah. Every teacher they feel differently.
Yeah.
They think differently. So that's my feeling. That's my point of view. That
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
language you see, the part which makes French beautiful, which makes French, romantic or
Mm.
chic, all these things is the accent. Okay, so
Yeah.
when a French person he says that I want to go to the restaurant, even in English, he uses the French accent, which is the most important thing. He will say it like,
Mm.
uh, "Today I'm going to the restaurant. Will you come with me?" Okay, so he will use this accent, right? So
Yeah.
that makes it more cool. So that's
Yeah.
what I feel, that that is an
Yes. Yes.
integral part of learning French, right? Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay, you follow
Yeah.
whatever your heart wants. Okay.
No, no. See, no, no. I am telling you like what I have done. So
Yeah, yeah,
if
sure.
I am wrong, like I have to work on it. No, it's nothing like that. I have to
That's not
learn
nothing.
something.
No, see, people. Epiglottal R is something that is not easy to master, right?
Yes.
People often
Yeah.
give up on it. Like me and
Yes.
Gyan, I remember that we were there together in the first year. We are from the same batch of BHU,
Okay.
and me and Gyan, we struggled a lot in the first year with this R,
Okay.
and people used
Mm.
to they just give up, like most of them, right?
Yes,
They
I
give
know
up,
it's very difficult. Yeah.
but it's actually not. What I like
No,
have
I
learned,
heard.
yeah, what I've learned
Yeah,
in
because
my
you
learning
mastered it,
is,
na? You mastered it.
see,
That's
that's
why
the
it's
thing.
not difficult.
That's what is difficult, mastering it.
Mm.
But the practice, what I was
Yes.
talking about, practice is the key. So, how many
Yes.
hours are you putting into it? How much effort are you putting into it? And how
Okay.
badly you want it? That's what
Okay.
matters, right? So,
Okay.
same for your B2. How badly you want
Okay.
it, how badly you want to learn it, and how perfectly you
Okay.
want it. See, there are, like, for example, if you are passing your 12th boards, right? There are
Mm.
many categories of numbers. You can pass by getting a 35%, right?
Yes.
That's pass. You can pass by getting a 70%. You can pass by getting a
Mm-hmm.
80%. But getting closer to 90 or getting closer to 100,
Yeah.
that's something else. It means you are green,
Yes.
right? So we have
Mm.
to aim for the top, right? If we aim for
Okay.
100, we'll settle at 90. So
Yes.
my thing, my philosophy is always, aim for the higher thing, then you
Yes.
might
Yes. Of course.
get
Yeah.
the second best, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Mm.
cool. Let's touch a topic today, and it's a very basic topic. tense we were talking about. I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Please let me know
Okay.
if you can view it, right?
Okay.
Ok, d'accord. C'est visible.
Yes. Yes.
So the little things, we will try to respond en français. Ok, d'accord.
Okay. Okay. D'accord.
Oui,
Oui. Oui. D'accord.
d'accord. Okay. So yes is we in French. What is
Yes.
yeah? Like we Gen Z people say. Yeah. What is
Uh,
yeah?
yeah, there is no yeah. I think so. I don't know.
There is. There is.
There is. Okay.
It's very close to we.
Uh, mm, don't know.
It's where. Okay. OUAIS.
Okay.
Where.
Okay.
That's how the
Where?
French people say. Where.
Okay.
D'accord. You can view the screen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So we are talking about imparfait. What does
Mm.
imparfait mean?
Oh, imperfect. I think a continuous action, like some continuous.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So it's a tense in French which is used to talk about things of the past, right? It's a
Yes.
past tense. It's a kind of a
Yeah.
past tense.
Okay.
Okay. So in reference to the past, I've used in my slide the image of the human evolution. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
because it looked cool and it also. Can you read this? What is it written?
Yes. Nous étions. Nous étions
Nous étions imparfaits. D'accord. So you're
imparfaits.
familiar with the liaison part, right? You know where to use
Oui.
liaison. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, c'est bon. Okay, so moving on. So we were imperfect. It does. That's the meaning of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are still,
Where?
you know,
Where?
we where. Okay. Okay. D'accord. So the first thing we should know is when to use it, right?
Okay.
If we have a weapon, we should know when to use it. Right? Like you should know
Hmm.
when to use a paper spray and when to use a bat. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So when to use the imperfect? The
Okay.
first thing is while describing something in the
Okay.
past. Okay. So now whatever we are talking about, everything you have to imagine that in a timeline we are talking about things of the past, right?
Okay.
So first thing we will talking about is physical appearance. So whenever you
Okay.
are describing a person or a dog or
Hmm.
any particular object for that matter of fact, we are using imparfait in French.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is emotions, right? For example, you want to say that he was sad this evening, when
Hmm.
I saw him, or she
Hmm.
was very happy that she met her
Hmm.
long lost love for after such a long time. So when we are
Hmm.
describing some things, emotions in
Okay.
the past, then we are using this particular tense, imparfait. When we are talking about weather, okay, what's
Okay.
weather in French?
La temperature aussi? No.
Tempera-
M. M. Oh my God.
Meteo.
Metro. Oui.
Oui, d'accord. Okay, so if we are describing the weather, right? For example, it was sunny. How will we say?
Il était soleil.
Il était.
Soleil. Soleil. Soleil.
Soleil is sun,
No.
but what is sunny?
Uh, Sunny. Ensoleillé. No. No
We
idea.
can we can say il était brillant. Okay,
Il était
brillant.
brillant. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Really. Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Or some time in the past. Okay. So for any time in the past that we are describing or we are giving a
Okay.
description. Description means when we are talking about it or we are describing it, कि वो, it is like this and it is like that. So we are using this particular tense imparfait. Okay.
Okay.
Example, il était grand.
Go.
Okay. Il était grand. What
Go.
is grand? Grand is
Like tall.
tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if grand is tall, what is fat in French?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
It's also grown. Like there is a uh, starts with G. Like gra, gra,
Close,
gra
close.
something. Gross.
Gros
Gross.
is gross. Okay.
Gross.
Il était gros.
It's gross. Gross.
Gros et
Go.
grosse. Yeah.
Okay.
For masculine, say gros,
Go.
gros, and for feminine, say grosse.
Gross.
Okay.
Okay.
D'accord. So, il était gros. He was
Go.
fat. Il était
Mm.
grand. He was tall.
Go.
What is he
Go.
was
Petit. Telepathy.
petit. What?
Petty.
Il était
But
petit. Très bien. D'accord. Moving on to the next point, we have our habitual actions. Okay. So,
okay.
what is a habit?
What is the sorry?
What is a habit?
Habit something that person loves to do or something happens every day like that. Repeated, you can say.
Right. Okay. So actions which are repeated regularly in a
Mm-hmm.
regular given time interval, right? For
Okay.
example, a
Okay.
habit is something which we do regularly in a given interval of time. For example, it's
Okay.
my habit to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning and water my plants. Right? So
Okay.
I do it in a particular time frame. That is what is
Mm-hmm.
important about habit, the time frame,
Okay. Okay.
right? Okay. So habitual actions means actions that we have done repeatedly or regularly in the
Okay.
past. For
Okay.
example, nous allions à plage tous les étés. Could you repeat? Pouvez-vous répéter s'il
Yeah.
vous plaît?
Nous allions à la plage tous les étés.
Okay. Encore une fois, avec l'accent français, nous allions,
Nous allions.
okay, focus on the nasal, nous
Okay. Nous
allions
allions
à la plage
à la plage
tous les étés.
tous les étés.
Très bien. So we used to go to beach every summer.
We did.
So
Mm.
right. So it was
Yes.
a habit, and we are talking about that we were doing it in the past. In the past,
Okay.
every summer we used to go to the beach. So any habitual actions in the past we will use am participle, right?
Okay.
And the
Okay.
third one is background information, right? What is the
Mm.
background information? For example, when we are setting the scene of a story. For
Okay.
example, जब we have read bedtime stories when we were
Yes.
young, right?
Yes.
Like once upon a time there lived a king, right? There,
Mm-hmm.
or in the deep mountains there was a uh, nice waterfall, right? The
Mm.
water was flowing and the birds were singing, the sun was shining,
Yeah, yeah.
and all
That
these
was
things.
background.
We were
Yeah.
describing a particular scene or a scenario.
Okay. Okay.
Pour things like that, en français, on a utilise l'imparfait.
Okay.
D'accord?
Daku.
So, three things. What were they? First one,
Des- Description. Like when you're describing something, a person emotions. After that, background information. And third one is like habitual something. Like that we do something repeatedly.
okay, got that. Okay, so first thing uh, you need to be familiar with is the present tense
All.
before
Yeah.
jumping onto this, right?
Yes.
So we
Okay.
have taken three verbs here. You're familiar with all of
All.
them?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So parler, as you know, is to
Uh,
speak.
yeah. Speak.
It's a er ending verb, right? Or the
Yeah.
first group of verb as we say it. Finir is to
To finish.
finish,
Yeah. Yeah.
aya ending verb. And akhri is vendre. It's a ari ending verb. Vendre means to
Yes.
sell. Sell.
Sell.
Okay. So it's just here for your reference so that you remember the
Okay.
endings that we use with each verbs. Okay? Because
Okay.
this is going to be useful in the coming part. Okay?
Okay.
Just take a quick look at it. Okay? So
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
er ending verbs, with je we use
Japan.
e. Wait,
Tupal. Ilpal. Nupalo. Upale. Ilpal. Or Elpal. Yafini. Tufini. Il Elfini. Nufiniso. Wifinise. Ilfini. I think finish.
penis. We do
Finish.
not pronounce the last e and t.
Yeah. ENT word. Yeah.
Yeah, proceed.
Yavon. Tuvon. Elvon. Nuvendo. One. Vendo.
Okay, see, when you were pronouncing this, je vends,
Yeah.
we are pronouncing
Yavon.
it where? The second last. Je vends, je vends,
Okay.
je vends. Okay. Very
Yavon.
slow, very slight. Je vends. The will be there, but very slight. Je vends.
Okay.
Tu vends.
Yavon. Okay. Tuvon.
Yes.
Elvon. Nu.
Here,
Vondo.
here we will stop at N. Il vend.
Okay. Okay.
Nous
Okay.
vendons.
Vondo.
Vous vendez.
And vende. Vonde. Von.
And il plural. Vend. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So, moving on. Now we need to learn about how to form imparfait, right?
Oui.
So, les grammaires en français et en autre langue aussi, il y a beaucoup de règles, right?
Oui.
Règles
Oui.
is régles,
Rule. Rule.
very good. So, il y a beaucoup de règles en français et one more thing, what is there? Beaucoup de exceptions.
What? Okay. Yeah. Oui.
So, French grammar is full of exceptions like chemistry. Okay? So, often
Uh,
we
so there's a message going on that the class is going to end because of, I don't know, like Zoom, like timing, schedule time. So I think it is like the message is
No,
coming up.
yeah, it was scheduled for 45 minutes only, but yeah, you can continue. It will not complete. We are still traveling.
okay. Okay, we will learn how to form the pathway and we'll quickly wrap up for
Okay.
today. Okay, so how to form a pathway? So the first thing we need to take is new form of the verb in the present tense. So just
Okay.
now we have learned the verbs in the present tense, right? So what
Hmm.
we need to
Yeah.
focus on is the no form. Okay, the no part,
We. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After taking the no form, what we need to do is remove the
Remove.
ons and
Yes.
do
We
okay.
make the
You're removing the
imperfect.
ons. Okay, very good. And
Je
then after
parle.
that,
Yes.
you have to
Yeah.
add the endings of imperfect. Okay.
Yes.
So to remember this method, what I often use
Okay.
in my class is what I often tell my students is you have to remember the time traveling method. So
Okay.
you have watched movies like the Terminator and all?
No.
No, no. Okay. Any time
Hmm.
traveling movies you have seen?
Yeah. One only. Forgot the name.
So see, what happens is we are traveling in the past, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right? We are right now in the past because I told you in the very beginning, whatever
Yes.
is going on is in the past. Okay.
Yes.
So here what we are doing is in the time travel method, what you need to do is come from past to the present. Okay.
Okay.
Kidnap whoever is with no. Okay.
Okay.
Just grab that guy and take him back to the past. Okay.
Okay.
And after going back to the past, we are erasing all he has by removing the ONS. Okay. That's
Okay.
his title, that's his memory. We are removing the
Yes.
ONS
Yes.
part. Right.
Okay.
And after that, we are, you know, reforming him by
Okay.
using the AMPAF endings. Okay. So as per the requirement, we will reform him. If empire it is to be used with the je, we will use AIS. If it is to be
we,
used with tu, we will again use AIS. If it is to be
yeah,
used with il, we will again use AIT. If it
AIT,
is to be used with nu, we will use IONS. If it is
IONS,
to be used with wu, we will use IZ.
IEZ,
And if it's to be used with
AIENT, yeah,
ill plural, we will use AINT. Correct?
yeah, yes,
Okay. So here are the conjugated imperfect forms of the same verbs that we have
yes,
just learned.
yeah,
So we can see we have kidnapped the no form of here. We can see we have kidnapped
yes,
whom
yes,
part now,
yes,
and we have taken him back to the past, and then we have removed ONS, and we have added AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IZ, AINT. Okay, this
yes,
is what you need to
yes,
remember while forming imperfect. So
okay,
is it clear?
yes,
Till now we are talking about the only the regular verbs as of now, right? So if we
okay,
if you decide to move forward, we can continue with the rest. Okay, we can
okay,
continue with the irregular verbs. Okay, I
yeah,
hope you are okay, you have understood.
yes, yes, yes,
So shall we be continuing?
yes. But can you tell me, like, I'm going to learn, like, how we are going to manage, like, every module every day or what?
So for that, you plan a session with Gyan, and he will tell
Okay,
you how many classes and all.
okay, okay,
You can take care of it.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. No issue.
Okay. Jeenu, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Enchanté.
same here. Thank you. Shante.
Au revoir.
Over.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we
Take care.